we go. Hey there everybody, it's a nasty one here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Freebooters franchise here in year number 5. Last episode we were in the League Finals against the Platypi, the number 4 seed, as we were the 2 seed, had home field advantage, and we let the series slip through our fingers. After winning the first game, we proceeded to choke away the next 2 games and ended up losing to the Platypi, who win their first title in the series. I don't feel like going back and checking. Anyway, here's a look at our record so far. After 5 years, we're over at a winning record finally, 49 and 44. That's including the playoffs, 2 playoff appearances in years 4 and 5, and we have won 1 championship. Alright, so with that in mind, let's take a look at the team and see who's in danger of leaving this off-season. Arguably, Stump Pits would probably leave. It was a failed playoff run, and it was mainly his fault that we lost in the finals when he made 2 bad errors at the worst possible time. Woody, I could see him leaving for more money. He's young, only 21. He would be a very good catch for any team in the league. Reliable, he's getting paid what he's worth, so I don't see him leaving. Jennings, he might leave for more money. He's a little bit underpaid at his age, plus he's 25 now, so this might be the time to do it. Effort Ho, a little bit underpaid, but I don't see him leaving just yet. Bambino, I don't think I'm going to hold on to him. He didn't really do a whole lot in the playoffs. I mean, he drove in 6 runs, never went yard. I think he's a bit past his prime, probably needs to retire soon anyway. Burnside, he's alright. Could be better. McFreddy, he had a decent year. Polbean, solid year, came on late in the year. I would like to keep him. Brown, I don't see, he might leave for more money, but if he does, we can easily re-sign him. I don't think anyone's going to want him. Cole Salmon, he's getting paid what he's worth, so he's fine. Water Electro, he did alright in his chances. He only hit 1 for 7 in the regular season. Might want to sub him out for a younger middle infielder option if possible. Parker Freeman, he's solid. I don't see him leaving. Winnie Noel, I could see her leaving for more money. Pat Griffin's getting paid what he's worth. So is Tusker Fuss. Malaya Ellison's getting paid what she's worth as well. So I think Noel's the only starter in danger of leaving. Bradley Bowler was solid in the playoffs, so I would like to keep him on the roster. If we do end up losing a starter, we can always keep him as a starter if we can't find a decent one. Kingston Parra, I'm willing to keep. He came on well in the postseason, so I'm willing to give him another chance. Beefy is still young and can be developed, as well as Farmer, so hopefully we don't have to replace either of them, but we'll see. Let's move forward and see who is leaving in the off-season. Only 10 million, so not a high-level person. Well, Ariel Beefy's there. That's not great. Kingston Parra. And Chuck Filthwick retires. Okay, so we lose 2 relievers. Everyone else wants to stay. Well, that's nice at least. At least the team wants to stay together and, make up for the fact they just choked away a title. So looking at the lineup, I don't really want to change a whole lot here. Really, the only person I might want to replace is probably maybe Bad Hop Brown, because he is now 25 and he still hasn't gotten above a B- overall, and he's never going to see the field. He's just going to be a DH at best. So maybe get a better DH option, or like another third baseman, and then maybe Eduardo Electro as well as Joven Bambino. They're the only 3 I would want to replace. Electro because he's older, he's not really a great hitter. I would like a middle infielder who could hit off the bench, in case someone goes tense. And then for Bambino, he needs to retire. He's just not playing well. For pitching, I'm not going to change anything in our starting rotation. We got 2 young starters. We got 2 veteran starters. All 4 of them are really solid. I see no reason to change them. Bowler, I would like to keep. If it's not feasible, maybe, to cut some money, we might have to get rid of him, but I would like to keep Bowler. Farmer, I'm not going to get rid of. It's hard to find a closer with K-Man, let alone one that's only 20 years old and as cheap as she is. So we're just going to try and re-sign both Parra and Beefy, and if not, we'll have backup options ready just in case. Alright, so let's do that first. Let's do the rotation. We're going to ignore starters. Alright, so relievers. I don't want Sherman back. He can fuck right off. We got Kingston Parra. Then we got Ariel Beefy. Okay. Is there anyone else I would like to add? I see a decent one right here in Hando Specialo, finally leaving the Wild Pigs. He's got Specialist, and he's a left-hander. He's a pretty solid pitcher in his own right. I do like what he brings to the table, and he's a lefty. We don't have a left-hander in the bullpen. So he'd be a good replacement for Beefy, I'd think, even though he's a tad bit older. Ooh, got a rookie here, Tater Mustard. Now, that is a name and a half right there. That is awesome. Sherman, I don't like Sherman. Molly Pops, she's okay. She's probably going to be a bit pricey, but might be able to get her cheaper than par. We'll see. See how low we can go. The only other decent option would be Elaine Munstar, although she does have that walk prone, which does scare me a tiny bit. I think I can pitch with her. Alright, well, pitching's done. That was easy. Okay, let's look at the options. Let's see. So, possible DHs. I'll have to look at that. Third base, anyone jumping off the page. There we go. I don't really see any that are, like, standout, like, good options. Maybe Liz Bree. Or Bry, you know, depending on how you pronounce it. But, she's going to be way too expensive. Maybe Muhammad Luncaster, but he's like a weak hitter, so it's not what I was shooting for, looking for a DH. So maybe not my best idea. Still, he's an option, and if we can't sign him, we can't sign him. It's okay. And then the other option, I think, let's see, it was right field, and then back up middle infield. Alright, well, let's do right field first. Looking for starter caliber here. There are hardly any right fielders out here. The best option is Herpy Nixon, who is a B-. Not what I'm looking for. This is Cole Salmon on steroids. Holy crap. Good arm, decent speed, great power, no contact, and below average fielding. Okay. It is an option, you are right. Other options that I like that are like young? Not seeing any. At least not seeing any good ones, I should say. I mean, RBI Dud kind of scares me there. Buck Swiner's finally leaving the Moose. Hey, Buck, good job. Way to move on. Wow, we do not have a lot of good right fielder options, because then that means Burnside is going to start. Harrow Williams wins the title with the Platypi, finally leaves in free agency. Especially since she had a pretty horrible postseason as well. Still, possible options. She's a better hitter than Luster. Better fielder, too. Just can't run. I'll put Harrow on there. Why not? She is younger than Bambino, after all, so she's not a horrible player. Only 31. Could still improve a tiny bit. Alright, and then the other is backup middle infield. Okay. Alright, too old. A little bit on the older side, probably not as skilled. Renero, he's got no arm. Not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a backup. Is there any second baseman out there that could, like, play it? I mean, there's Dexterous, but no. Ooh, Michael's left the Wild Pigs. Interesting. A lot of good names out here in free agency this year. Zoom De La Cruz, who's a little bit older. Wow, not a lot of options out here. Jesus. I mean, we got Sela Lowry, 19-year-old, weak hitter, below average speed, good fielder, decent arm, has power versus lefty. Maybe worth a look, but she can only play second base. That's not what I'm looking for. Maybe not. Alright, are there any people with, like, poor fielding here? Poor fielding. Got Carloco, he'd be a great DH candidate here. Great DH. He can only swing the bat. He'd be perfect to replace Bad Hot Brown. Lena Spence, 28. No, catcher, not really what I'm looking for. Not a great hitter. Brickhouse would be a good DH candidate. The former freebooter himself. Doubt he gets low enough to replace him though, so probably not. Buster Biggs, nah, not a good enough hitter in my book. Yeah, not a lot of DH candidates either. Okay. So yeah, a lot of moves. Some moves I want to make, but not a lot of players to fill the needs. Alright, let's advance some rounds here. Alright, and one more. There we go. Okay. Let's take a look at the list and see if anyone's still here. I see some names. Alright, so Carloco is still here. Way too expensive though. Who else? We got Lungcaster. Okay, he's there. And for right field, Williams is still here as well as Nixon. Okay. Pitching. There we go. Munstar is still here as well as Para, Pops, Mustard, Specialo, and Beefy. They're all here. Okay. Nothing yet. Let's go 5 more. Alright, one more. Okay, let's see if they're still here. Alright, Carloco is still here, no worries there. Lancaster's still there. And right field, Williams and Nixon are still there. Okay, so no worries there yet. Both are signable right now to replace, what's his name? Bambino, thank you. Alright, pitching, Munstar, Para, Pops are all still here. So is Mustard, Specialo, and Beefy. Looks like we're trying to replace 6-7 and 2-9. Okay. Pinovich got signed to the Moose again. Replacing Tere Rosas. Alright, one more. Here we go. Okay, we're through 15. No one's been picked up yet. Looking good. Looking good. Alright, so now do we want to make moves here? Carloco's at 4-3. I'm not really worried about him. If he gets picked up, he gets picked up. It's not a big deal. I can always hang with Bad Hot Brown. It's just, you know, he's kind of just running out of usefulness on the team, especially with McFreddy's hitting ratings being where they are. Electro, I would like to replace him, but I don't think there's anybody, like, out there that would, like, act in his role really well. So I think he's going to get lucky and, like, miss out on that. He'll miss out on getting cut, I suppose. I mean, maybe Mashadonga, but eh. And then the other one is Bambino. I mean, we could replace Bambino. That's probably the only move we're going to make. Then do we go with a Wugliums? Or do we go with Nixon? Now, both of them are a step back. That is true. With Nixon, we save more money. And we get younger. I mean, I'm willing to take a shot on a young outfielder. There's no rush here. It's not like, oh, Wugliums is going to break the bank either. Yeah, plus Nixon can pay the other outfielders. So you know what? I'm going to do it. We're going to sign Herpy Nixon here. The rookie's going to replace Hove and Bambino. Let me just make sure that Nixon has not played here. He is a rookie. He is. Okay. Alright, the youth movement takes over in right field, so Bambino is out. See you later, Hoven. You were decent for your playoff run, but you just didn't do enough to stick around. Still looking at the other two, and then for pitching. Now this is where it gets interesting. Okay. Beefy makes 3.5. She did not have a good year last season, but she had a great rookie year. 3.5. She was at 2.9. Okay. So 3.5 would take us down to 12. No, take us down to 11.8. Still a decent amount, but then we still have to sign Para, who is the one I would like to keep. Para is the one I would like to keep between the two of them the most. Just because I felt like Para got a bad shake last year, I don't think it's fair to like hold that against him. And if we don't get him, he gets picked up. We can always sign Munstar, who's at the same amount of money he was making last year anyway already. Plus, we have decent backups in Mustard and Ospecial, the lefties, so it's not going to break the bank. Now, let's just go one more. Let's see what happens. Halfway home. And all of them made it. Look at that. Huh. Awesome. Okay. Mustard is the more complete pitcher between him and Ospecial. He's also younger. And the better option as well. What? Thinking we go Mustard here. Alright, I definitely think is the best option of these three as well. Alright, if we make this move, what are we at? We're at 8.4, and then we still have to sign Mustard, which would put us pretty low at the bottom. I don't know if we can afford this. I don't think we can. I think we're going to have to let Para go. I don't think we can afford him. Shit. We could definitely afford Mustard and Ospecial, though. They're definitely affordable. That would put us at 9.7. And another 4.4 puts us at 5 something. Or we can go with Beefy. Go with Beefy and we can go with Mustard. Is an option. We would be saving money from Para to Mustard. Plus we would get a lefty that we haven't had. And I do like the name Tater Mustard. That is a pretty funny name when you think about it. Hmm. Four. Actually, I think I know how I can swing this. We're going to need to have trust. Well, we're definitely going to sign Mustard. So Mustard's in. The only way we're going to swing this is we're going to have to cut Bowler. And I didn't want to cut Bradley because I pitch well with him. But the money is becoming an issue. We're going to have to make the cut. It's just a sad part of this game. So if we bring Pare back, cuts us by almost 2 million. Puts us at 11.5. Okay. Go with a special. We'll have 2 lefties. Specialist. We would not be able to pick. You know what? I think I'm going to take the risk with Ospecialo over Beefy. Yeah, we'll sign Ospecialo, bring us up to 14 mil. And then we sign Para. And we have 7-1 left. Holy crap! I think I just made this work. Holy shit! It actually happened. Well, I'll be damned. Look at that. We did it. Alright. Sweet. We got to Rasan Par, which is what we wanted. We get a better reliever over Beefy and Mustard. We also get Ospecialo for free. We got 2 lefties with Specialist, and we have 2 righties. One with K-Man, and the other one is just our ace in the hole. I love it. I love it. The only thing we won't have long relief. That's fine. I pitched with it all last season. I can do it again. Alright. Well. Alright, so we're at 7-1. We'll look to make some cuts elsewhere. Is there anybody in the starting rotation I could conceivably see moving on with? Probably Tusker Fuss. I could probably move on from him if I really wanted to. He had his best year with us last year. Best year in the whole league, actually. But he's just not going to get any better than a B overall. Maybe a B plus at best. Might be time to get younger. Is there any good starters out there? Got Ricky Sherman, but he is walk prone. Walk prone I don't like. But we do need a lefty in the rotation. We do not have any. Really, the only one I would see conceivably signing. Yeah, he's the only one I conceivably see signing. He's the only one that's, like, decently young. I'm going to go maybe one more round, see if I can get him any lower. Like, save maybe $500,000 or something. We'll see. Alright, now, is there anyone in the lineup I could see moving on from? I'm not getting rid of Pitts, Ho, or Freeman. I'm not getting rid of McFreddy or Salmon. Not going to get rid of Woody. Brown, I'm trying to move on from. Same with Electro. Reliable staying. I'm going to keep Holbein and Jennings. Burnside and Nixon. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything good. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens. Charlie Best going back to the Moose. We were able to resign him. Alright, Sherman's going to the Blowfish. Took the risk, didn't work, unfortunately. Alright, looks like we're going to keep on, hang on with Tusker Fuss, as there aren't any good young starters out here to replace him with. Most of them are around his age, a little bit older. Buck Schweiner's going to the Buzzards. Nice. And the Moose lose him. Great. We won't see him then. A lot of signings here. Bambino's going to the Sandcats. Okay. Alright. So we'll see Bambino once a year. Bowler's going to the Moose. Ooh. Might see him a bit. Lancaster going to the Hot Corners. Beefy's going to the Wild Pigs. Ooh, division rival. That's bad. I can just get him under 2.9. He's at 2.9. Damn. Well, let's see if there's any young options to sign here. Kawaguchi's the youngest at third base. She's a good fielder, so she wouldn't be signed for DH role. Rolf Borgner. No, like, good young options, it looks like. Alright, then pitching. No good young starters, it looks like. English relievers Harmony Smith, the 23-year-old, who's a C-. Not something you want to invest in if you're trying to win. So, looks like we're good here. Let's just end the off-season, then we'll come back and look at all the roster moves. Set the lineup and call it a day. Alright, let's break down the off-season and see how it went. Okay, so it started with us losing Para and Beefy. Actually, let me check that real quick. Buckle's still at 290, it's the same price as Bad Hot Brown. I don't think it's worth it. I think we need to save some money there, so we'll hold on to him, I guess. Maybe bringing back Angel Verde's the way to go. We'll see. Fabulous. Did he do any better since we cut him? He actually had one good year with the Jacks, then he fell off the face of the earth again. Yeah, he's not worth it. Verde would be the one I would sign to bring in for Fuss. I know he's the same price as Fuss, so we'll have to wait. Yeah, okay. Alright, so our off-season started losing Beefy and Par to free agency. And then one retirement for the league. It was Chuck Piltwith, a reliever from the Buzzards. Jacks kick off the first move with signing reliever starter Greg Fuller, former Moose ace, replacing Woody Yano. Then the B-Wolves pick up third baseman Hito Moonshada. Platypi signed Hanley Dexteras. They finally cut Scooter Sandberg after giving him a title. Biggs goes to the Moose, replacing Ministry Mac Hustle. Moonstars get Neverwalker, replacing Meek Commonly, upgrading their bullpen. Crocodiles get Rock Smith. Sack Desson goes to the Moonstars, replacing Trisha Lee. Platypi get Juan Rojas. Sawtooth gets Stockton Brickhouse. Then the Buzzards get Clayton Bigsby. Hackliner goes to the wide load, off the wide loads, replaced by Mario Mustachios. They finally cut him. Emilio Bedoya to the wide loads, replacing Hanny McCoy, our former first baseman. Former Moose reliever Earl Romero goes to the Blowfish. Patience Evergreens off the Platypi, replaced by Pumper Lumpkins. Platypi then get Whopper Batsman and Clyde Oliver. Overdogs released Lana Rhymes, replacing her with Slip Sauter. Biff Noggins off the Sandcats, replaced by Ministry Mac Hustle. Nemesis get Beefcake McStevens, formerly of the Platypi, replacing Sammy Shigatani. Buttons Bunterson to the hot corners, replacing Giovanni Reefkiller, so we'll see him three or four times a year. Ruby Green off the Overdogs, replaced by Robin Yu. Let's say Lundberg off the Sirloins, replaced by Ace Manny Kays as he returns home after 1 year away. Gutterson to the Sirloins, replacing Maxton Clark. Sirloins also signed their former closer, Franz Zilla. Jules Bergman off the Grapplers, replaced by Hugo Glass. Lupinovich to the Moose, replacing Teodor Rosas. Winston Draper off the Nemesis, replaced by Byron Case. Blowfish get Tugger Herman, the former Sawteeth Ace, replacing Omar Chambo. Then we make our first roster move in round 16. We cut Hoban Bambino, replacing him with rookie right fielder Herpy Nixon. Herbivores sign Alicia Woodrow, the former Moonstars ace, replacing Olaf Slakov. Sawteeth get Lola Knops. Sawteeth also gets Sting McGee, replacing Rory Crowds as they re-sign their catcher. Tarak Smith off the Crocodons, replaced by Perilla Woolmate. Nemesis get Huck and Duck as he returns home after being with the Heaters and us for a few years. Billy Bronx to the Crocodons, replacing Dick Berger as he leaves the Buzzards. We make our second move, picking up rookie reliever Tater Mustard, left-handed specialist. And we also pick up left-handed specialist Handro Specialo, cutting Bradley Bowler to free up the money to re-sign Kingston Para. And we're going to let Ariel Beefy go. Keisha Mushar off the Moose, replaced by Charlie Best as he re-signs. Johnson Swanson to the Buzzards, off the Buzzards, replaced by Irene Fast, the right fielder. Moose then pick up Wanda Dregler, the former Blowfish ace. Stallion Johnson off the hot corners, replaced by Auguste Jeterson, the former Sandcat product. Overdogs pick up rookie shortstop Easton Friedman. Ricky Kwan off the Jacks, replaced by shortstop Milo Stewart. Roydus Johnson to the Moonstars, replacing Rolf Borgener. Overdogs get Vern Turnburner, the former Moonstars pitcher, so we won't see him anymore. Ricky Sherman, the rookie starter, goes to the Blowfish, replacing Angel Verde. Masha Donga to the Crocodons, replacing Kara Kawaguchi. Tara Leonaire off the Crocodons, replaced by Lena Spence. Then the Crocodons also get Celia Lowry, the rookie second baseman. Blowfish get closer Tony Orozco, replacing Flapjack Knockmore. Brittany Harrell off the Crocodons, replaced by Gordon Fruitwell as he returns home. Blowfish get rookie reliever Landon Mitchell. Grapplers get Joseph Trunk, the veteran first baseman. Blowfish get Trisha Lee, the veteran third baseman. Moose Inc. Weston Young, long reliever. Maximo Primo goes to the Buzzards as their closer. Platify then get Mimi Webb, replacing Juan Rojas. Buzzards pick up Edgar Fisher, the rookie reliever. Crocodons get Chiron Throne, the veteran. Buzzards pick up Buck Swiner, he's leaving the Moose. Moonstars get Camille Sosa, starting pitcher. Herbivores get Kendra Kerr, she leaves the Wild Pigs. Sandcats then pick up Willie Bacon, the center fielder. Rohan Sherman is now going to the Jacks after his first 2 years with us. Joanna Heater going to the Hot Corners, leaving the Blowfish. Jacks obtain Yo-Yo Yamamoto as he returns to their club. Hot Corners Inc. Preston Anonymous, the former Sirloins catcher. Wild Pigs get Huffley Buffler, the former Jacks second baseman. Hot Corners get Chase Tabul, replacing Knox Oxensoxen as their backup catcher. Guy Gold goes to the Jacks. Herbivores then get Jermaine Rains, the former Moose catcher. Jacks sign outfielder Brian Pickleford. Jacks then also get Chimo Gaspar as they cut Milo Stewart. Wild Pigs bring in Elaine Munstar to replace the hole left by Kendra Kerr. Taylor McWales released by the Moonstars for Barry Ozone, the starter. Wide Loads get Brick Towers, the former Sawteeth reliever. Jacks get Magic Moore. Overdogs get Chip Duffers. Moonstars get Fiona Clark, replacing Boo Lewis as the Herbivores lose their catcher. Wide Loads pick up Luke Michaels, former Wild Pig shortstop. Hot Corners get Dick Lucas, the former Herbivores starter. Wide Loads pick up Air Lovestone. It was on the Moose. Moonstars get Alessandro Salgado, starter. Jacks pick up Giovanni Reefkiller, the left fielder. They also pick up Biff Noggins, the left fielder. Wild Pigs get Molly Pops, the reliever. So they lost Donovan Drake. Norton Pickle to the Herbivores, placing Dano Yoshida. Moonstars pick up Mindy Marshwater, the former Blowfish reliever. Hot Corners get Winston Draper for their bench. They also bring in Auguste Hokie, the former ace. Sandcats sign Nance Tools, replacing Elijah Gobelson. That's a good move there at shortstop. Grapplers pick up Cheyenne Hill from the Moose. Fabio Fabulos off the Jacks, replaced by Isaac Bobbert, the former Hot Corner starter. Let's pick up Eli Curley, a short starter as well. Sandcats pick up Arf Mason, the starter. Moonstars get Ruby Green. Herbivores get Malia Galindo, another starter. Jacks pick up Bale Bozzer, the reliever. Liz Bree, the rookie third baseman, goes to the Moonstars, replacing Izzy Baker. Wild Pigs pick up Yvette Victorino. Sandcats re-sign Hercules Bentley. Harmony Smith released by the Grapplers for Juliet Lowe, the rookie closer. Grapplers pick up Milo Stewart. Buzzards get Elijah Galveston. Buzzards also get Haney McCoy. Platypi pick up the starter, rookie Lawrence Salas. Platypi sign Ali Findair, replacing Henry Hamster, who got hurt in the finals. Buzzards pick up Harrow Williams. Buzzards get Brian Castillo, replacing Abraham Ramsey. Violets sign John Renero, the former Sawtooth shortstop. They also re-sign Hack Liner. Sandcats sign Hovind Bambino after we cut him. They also pick up Sturdy Woodman, Batch Wilson, and Tig Tantrum. They re-sign him. Moose then pick up Bradley Bowler, our reliever we just released. They also pick up Scooter Sandbrick, who just won the title with the Platypi, and Zoom Dela Cruz. Winston Draper, released by the Hot Corners for Muhammad Lancaster, who we were looking to sign. Johnson Swanson goes to the Buzzards, replacing Harold Williams. Nubs Wubbles goes off, released by the Grapplers, replaced by Lackey Luster, so he will be leaving our division. Donovan Drake, released by the Wild Pigs for Ariel Beefy, as she will go to a division rival. Harold Williams goes to the Overdogs, replacing Kenna Korn. And then the Jacks sign Knox Oxensox, replacing Guy Gold. Send up to our first game here. We'll set the lineup, and then we'll go through the roster moves and sum it up. First game, Blowfish rally to lose to the Sirloins anyway in 10 innings, 9-8. Jackson shut out the Buzzards 9-0, and the Wild Pigs taking on the Moose in their first games of the season. Moose win easily 9-2. Alright, for our first game, we'll be on the road as we take on the Hot Corners. It'll be Winnie Noel going up against Dick Lucas, who becomes the ace here, joining the Hot Corners coming from the Herbivores. Set the lineup here, call it a day. Alright, so Woody will lead off at third, followed by Ho at catcher. Stump hits at first base, Nico Jennings in center, Hester Reliable at shortstop, Burnside will start in right field, Brown will bat 7th at DH, Olbein in left will bat 8th, and Cole Salmon will bat 9th at second base. So on the bench it will be Electro, McFreddy, the rookie Nixon, and Freeman. And we'll have our ace Winnie Noel on the hill once again to start opening day. Alright, let's recap the offseason. We lost relievers Ariel Beefy and Kingston Parra to free agency. In free agency, we made some moves to address some holes. We released Hovind Bambino for rookie Herpy Nixon, which will allow Dominic Burnside to start in right field. We kept the starting rotation the same, though we're looking to cut Tusker Fuss to save some money. We re-signed Kingston Parra, but we had to cut Bradley Bowler to do so, but we didn't have the money for both of them. In Bowler's stead, we were able to pick up rookie left-handed specialist Tig Tater Mustard, and also sign veteran specialist left-hander Hander Ospecialo from the Wild Pigs. Hang on to Farmer. And then we're looking to replace Bad Hot Brown, since he's really not going to play much outside of DH. Jose Carloco is available. He does have a little bit better ratings in the hitting department. He's just quite not cheap enough to sign. And then I think the other person we're looking at is the starting pitcher to replace Fuss, which I believe is our former starter, Angel Verde, who would be a B+, which would be an improvement over Fuss. Anyway, that's going to be for another time, guys. As in the offseason, we only had to fill 2 holes. We made 3 roster moves total, well, 4 roster moves total, signing 2 new relievers, re-signing 1 that we lost in free agency, and then signing a new right fielder. All in all, let's see how the new season shakes out as we look to get back to the playoffs for the 3rd straight year. Until next time, this is the Nasty One, signing off.